Okay, hello. We're very excited for this next group, at least I am, I don't know. You heard this morning about UROP, the Undergraduate Research Opportunity Program, and 3 of our students are going to present on their project. This project was something that was very near and dear to my heart, and they decided to take it on and tackle it and did an awesome job, and we'll continue with it. It's called the Interview Project. They're going to introduce it and tell you what they found. We have Biella Games, Corrine Baker, and Andrea Eiland are going to present to you now. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Biella Gomez. I'm a second-year student majoring in Biology, Health, and Society on the pre-dental track.
Hello, my name is Andrea Eiland. I'm a second-year student majoring in Biopsychology, Cognition, and Neuroscience on the pre-medical track.
Hi, my name is Corrine Baker, and I'm a first-year student also majoring in Biology, Health, and Society.
Our research is on neuro-inclusive interviews in academic research settings. Interviews serve as key pathways to academic and research opportunities. However, most interview norms are shaped by neurotypical expectations. Therefore, communication differences, such as limited eye contact, needing additional processing time, and fidgeting, are often misinterpreted in interviews. These misinterpretations can influence evaluation and access. Thank you.
Okay, sorry.
Therefore, our research purpose is to examine how neurodivergent students experience interviews. By first understanding how common interview questions are interpreted, and from that, identifying patterns that may lead to misinterpretation, with the overall goal of informing more inclusive interview practices.
For our methodology, we conducted 10 to 20-minute in-person interviews with University of Michigan college students. We also wanted anonymous participation, so each participant was assigned a number that was used to identify them during the interview and survey. For our interview design and data, we did interview protocol grounded in common mentor questions, as well as reflection questions focused on self-reported comfort and preferences. Whichever one of us was conducting the interview took observation notes, as well as recorded an audio transcription to later be analyzed for common patterns. Finally, we did post-interview survey collecting qualitative and quantitative data that gave the participant the opportunity to talk about their research experience and provide recommendations for interview accommodations at the University of Michigan.
Here's a brief overview of our interview participants. We conducted interviews with 23 individuals, primarily University of Michigan undergraduate students, with 1 graduate student. In terms of neurodivergent identification, we found that 54.2% identified as neurodivergent, 37.5% as neurotypical, and about 8.3% as unsure. In terms of age range, most participants were 18 to 20 years old, with the second highest being 21 to 22 years old.
As far as findings, we noticed a few key patterns, first of which being differences in communication behaviors between participants. For example, 90% of participants who showed limited or inconsistent eye contact identified as neurodivergent. As well, also, 88.9% of participants who displayed or reported fidgeting as a misinterpreted behavior also identified as neurodivergent.
Another common pattern we found was within processing time and speaking dynamics. We found that 70.6% of participants who expressed needing additional processing time identified as neurodivergent, as well as 57.1% of participants who felt impacted by speaking speeds identified as neurodivergent. The last common theme we found was within difficulty interpreting interview questions, and we found that 100% of participants who said they preferred direct questions opposed to open-ended questions identified as neurodivergent.
To summarize, we found that neurodivergent interview performance can be shaped by time, structure, and expectations. For example, communication behaviors such as eye contact may vary and may not reflect disengagement. Also, over-explaining or short answers by the interviewee are also not forms of disengagement. Small structural changes by the interviewer can improve accessibility. As far as next steps, we plan to develop an AI simulation model for staff, students, and mentors in order to educate them on behaviors that may appear in interviews with neurodivergent students. This is in order to increase awareness of diverse interview communication styles. We would also like to provide guidance on recognizing and understanding these different communication styles. The module will include many interactive scenarios that contain feedback, like direct feedback, so that you can reflect on your responses and improve them later.
Thank you. If there are any questions, we will be taking questions at our poster.